Live from New York,
Cena gets got at Survivor Series. I'm Tom Morrow, and this is my co-host, Al Dente, and we are World of Pro Wrestling,
where we give our opinion on the current state of the wrestling industry today, and today our topic is Cena gets got
at Survivor Series. First of all, we'd like to thank our YouTube subscribers and Twitter followers, because today we have been on YouTube for 2 full years.
And we'd also like to thank the Madison Square Garden fans for the wonderful chants they put on the other night as well.
Yeah, we were included in those if you heard them on TV at all, especially during the Ziggler and Morrison match.
Yeah, I mean, the crowd was really roaring. The 20 minutes before the pay-per-view started, "We want Ryder," woo, woo, woo. Like, half the room would say woo, woo, and then the other one would say, "You know it." It was unbelievable.
I mean, it was amazing. We were chanting in the hallway, on the ticket line, and the thing about Morrison in that match, nobody wanted him in that match.
Yeah. I was disappointed. I was really disappointed. I thought especially, I mean, I don't know what other match they could have opened up with, but I was disappointed when they opened up with that one, and then they kind of slap it in our face. They have Morrison versus Ziggler.
I mean, look,
and not Ryder.
Ryder's from Long Island. He's from New York, and I mean, the crowd wanted Ryder, and you heard it throughout the entire match.
But Vince doesn't care.
No, but Morrison had no point being in that match, and everybody cheered for Ziggler. And at some point, I think Morrison got really upset during the match. You could see the frustrations to his moves.
They cheered for Ziggler, 1, because they wanted Ryder, and 2, because Ziggler is actually good on the mic and is a good wrestler. Morrison is just flashy dancing in the ring.
Yeah, I mean, everybody cheered for the heel. Yeah. And the entire match was, we want Ryder, and that was it. And the announcers made comments on it. But no, they had to have Morrison. Yeah.
I don't know. How do you know?
Yeah, they said it during the show when I rewatched it when we got back, and the crowd wants what they want, and what they got was Zack Ryder after the match came down and attacked Ziggler, and the crowd went nuts.
One of the biggest pops of the night.
Nuts.
The top 3 pops of the night. It was unbelievable.
Sign that guy's petition and get him a United States Championship. But
you know, I have to tip my hat off to Ryder, because this is a guy who is a no-name, talentless hack who used social media to his advantage. Yeah, who really used social media to his advantage. I have to applaud the guy. I mean, you really earned my respect in that regard, and you're a walking billboard for yourself. And you did a good job, Zach.
The next match,
Ziggler won the match, so he retains the U.S. title. We'll see what happens. Hopefully, they listen to us. Next match was the worst match of the night, the Diva match, a Lumberjill match in which the Lumberjills did
the intermission match,
or the intermission match, as some people were chanting in our section. Beth Phoenix versus Eve Torres. Eve Torres is pretty good. She's a lot better than Kelly Kelly.
But they're putting wrestlers in the Divas matches now, so...
Or they're acknowledging that there are far fewer wrestling divas
in the company.
In the company.
So, but the highlight of that match was when Beth Phoenix did the Glam Slam off the top rope and won. Yeah. Now, so most of the match was the boring chants, and the chants all night kept going on and on and on, and you'll hear more of the chants later, but after the Divas match,
I think the pay-per-view overall was very good, but I think people like subconsciously will say to themselves, it was the chants and the crowd that made the pay-per-view what it was.
A little bit better, yeah.
A little bit. It made it special. The third match, which was special because it was called Botchamania by a lot of us in the stands.
Thanks to Sin Cara.
Yeah, Team Barrett versus Team Randy Orton.
Now, it was Barrett, Hunico, Jack Swagger, Dolph Ziggler in his second match, and Cody Rhodes. And the funny thing was, most of the match, it was Cody Rhodes' chants. You were hearing that right on TV. It was Cody Rhodes' chants.
Cody Rhodes and Ziggler were getting the chants. A lot of the heels were getting chants. I think Barrett was getting a couple of chants.
Yeah. I mean, it was weird, but That tells you something.
Yeah, I mean, and then...
And there was
Orton was stuck with the jobbers. I mean, he got Sheamus, he got
Batista,
Mason Ryan.
Batista.
Yeah, well, he grew out his hair to make himself look a little different. But Sin Cara and Kofi Kingston. Sin Cara botched the move. Sin Cara.
He totally.
Maybe you're good, but you botched the move. You tore your patella tendon. You have no one to blame.
His leg now he's out for 6 to 9 months.
Yeah.
And I think that threw off the match a little bit. And it went downhill from there, and then Sheamus got disqualified for pushing the referee.
Vince had to have been going crazy in the back.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? You just ruined the pay-per-view. And then they throw Sheamus out for doing something that every wrestler does, which is to push the ref. I didn't even know he was going to get eliminated.
The match was less because Christian got injured and Evan Bourne violated the wellness policy. I think it would have been better.
It's like I sneezed, and then I noticed that, Sheamus is gone. And, it just got to the point where, Kofi eventually gets eliminated. It gets to the point where most of the guys in the ring are from Team Barrett.
Is, Orton lost.
Yeah.
Which is respectable. It wasn't a Cena where, he beats 5 guys and wins.
Yeah, he didn't turn into Super Orton at the last minute.
Yeah, so it's a good sign.
They ended the match well.
Yes.
They did good with what they had, and I'm very happy.
The Big Show Mark Henry match. Now, we don't know if you heard throughout the match, at the beginning of the match, everyone in Madison Square Garden chanted sexual chocolate. Now, if you don't know who that is, that was Mark Henry's character in the late 90s.
Yeah.
And what the thing was, when Big Show was doing his fighting stance, and he's supposed to look tough at Mark Henry, he began to laugh because everyone was chanting sexual chocolate.
They were also chanting Farouk, Kama Mustafa, D'Lo Brown.
D'Lo Brown was big.
Where's the hand?
Where's the hand?
Mae Young.
And then through the, towards the end of the match, it was the boring chants, and you could hear that. But what made up for that, the boring part, was when Big Show did a top rope elbow. I mean, when do you see Big Show go to the top rope?
Yeah, but
that was something you haven't seen before. But the thing that you did see before was when Big Show did the chair and broke.
Oh yeah.
Mark Henry's leg. No.
For some reason, everyone has this obsession with the elbow drop these days. Punk,
it's because of Randy Savage.
Yeah, I know. I guess it's more of a tribute to him, but Punk kind of took it on as his secondary finisher. Speaking of Punk...
No, but with the Big Show, they ended that match very badly with the knee to groin, and then Big Show taking out Mark Henry. They could have ended that so much better. Daniel Bryan could have come out. There were a chance for that, too.
He's not going to come out.
I know he wouldn't come out, but if you heard, there were a chance for Daniel Bryan.
There were, but it's set in stone for WrestleMania 20. Yeah. He's not coming out now. So Mark Henry retains the World Heavyweight title. Next match was one of the best matches of the night.
It was Punk versus Del Rio. That was one of the best wrestling matches.
It was the best match of the night.
Yes, of the year.
Yeah.
One of the best.
It was one of the best of the year.
Which includes Punk again.
The best of the night.
Yes.
And yeah, you're right. Punk has been in a lot of high caliber matches.
Because he can wrestle.
And Del Rio is very good to put him up against because Del Rio knows how to wrestle.
And when Punk came out, the building erupted.
Yeah.
Everybody likes Punk now.
Especially since Howard Finkel was the one who was...
Everybody cheered for Howard Finkel, if you heard.
Yeah,
we chanted for everything. It was great.
It was just a great go. It was a great back and forth match. I thought maybe
it wasn't slow.
No,
it wasn't slow at all. It was always something.
Something was always happening, but it wasn't like a TNA match where they look like they're on cocaine, where they're running around light speed all the time.
They were doing good moves. And when Punk was on the top, ready to do his elbow drop, and then Del Rio counters him, and Punk counters that, and then counters Del Rio, and does the elbow drop, that was good.
Yeah.
He just didn't knock him down.
That was good. And then
that was good.
One of the best moments, CM Punk wins.
And is the new WWE champion, and jumps into the crowd.
But he wins by submission, which I think made it a lot better, with the crowd reaction, because when you're pinning someone, there's not a lot of tension. You're just counting. But when you have someone in submission, there's a lot of tension because you don't know if he's going to tap out.
And he taps.
And he tapped out.
And the crowd erupts, and CM Punk is the new WWE champion.
Yeah,
which leads us to The Rock tagging with Super Cena.
Yeah,
and Miz and R-Truth. Yet, it wasn't Super Cena at Survivor Series.
It was I don't really know what to say anymore about Cena. But
to me, with The Rock, it was great that he started off instead of Cena starting off.
Oh yeah, and then the crowd was chanting, don't tag Cena.
Don't tag Cena, and we chanted that loud.
Oh yeah.
And then the moment he tags Cena in, you can't wrestle.
Him out of the building.
You can't wrestle, chanted as loud as anything. And then when he did all those new moves, and he stood there and did that little dance move, everyone started chanting, "You still suck."
He didn't, he's about to do the 5-knuckle shuffle, and he stops. He looks
everybody
at the crowd.
Boos.
Yeah.
I mean, boos.
I think.
I mean, if you were standing outside of Madison Square Garden, 3 blocks away, you could have heard the boos.
You probably would have. I think he really understands that people don't like him. I think it kind of gets to him.
You're starting to hear it, following Monday Night Raw this past week, right after Survivor Series.
Yeah.
You can hear the boos more than you can hear the cheering anymore.
Yeah.
It's starting to get that tipping point.
I thought Cena was in the match way too long.
Mm-hmm.
The Rock.
All he did the typical Cena beatdown.
Yeah.
But he didn't come Super Cena and win.
The Rock never lost it.
Nope.
He was amazing. Amazing. Nope. It's not like like
a Hulk Hogan coming back and trying to wrestle in jeans.
Yeah, but there's a big difference with Hogan because Hogan's a lot older than The Rock. But still, I mean, a lot of guys, especially 7 years, he hasn't been wrestling. He hasn't wrestled in an actual match.
But he's still in shape, and he's still in shape.
He's cut like a diamond, and he can move like a cat, and it's unbelievable. It was great seeing him.
And then at the end of the match, after The Rock wins, he goes up to the top, does his arm, and then tells Cena, "Why don't you go up to the corner?" And when Cena goes up to the corner and raises his hands, what does he get? Not cheers for winning the match. No, he's the good guy. What does he get?
Boos.
Boos.
Then he gets rock bottomed.
And doesn't do anything.
And then he walks away holding his back, the lumbar area of his back, and just walks.
Now, tell you the truth, I thought Cena was going to turn heel.
I thought so, but
mostly everybody in the Garden wanted to see Cena turn heel.
There were a couple of chants "Please turn heel."
Yes,
but he didn't.
I don't know how this is going to work. He keeps praising Rock for destroying him, and lets him walk all over him, and.
I mean, this is still to be continued. We don't know what's going to happen. Maybe
when Cena was fighting Miz in that match, people were chanting for the Miz.
Yeah.
Come on.
But
it's kind of.
It's getting older.
I mean,
they may realize it.
They're booing the good guy.
They may realize it, but anyway, it was an okay match. It wasn't the greatest match. It wasn't even that much.
Seeing The Rock in person was really cool.
Yeah. I mean. And Rock and Cena win. The Rock wins the match for the two of them. We told you what happens after the match, and it's to be continued. Overall, Survivor Series was a very good enjoyment for us.
We'll see what happens with Cena and this play out to WrestleMania with The Rock, and Survivor Series was the starting point.
Yeah.
We can't wait to see what happens on the road to WrestleMania.
Yep.
Alright, I think that's all the time we have for today. If you liked our video, we've got 2 words for you. Please
subscribe.
Also, you can follow us on Twitter at AlWPW, Tom at Twitter.com.
And the question today is, what was your opinion of this year's Survivor Series, and what was your favorite chant?
Please leave your answers and comments below. See ya!
Keep it in the ring, YouTube.